There's going to be a D-move skip here. Isn't it? 323! He's done it! Brendyn Dunagan is the world champion for clock!
It's not locked in. It's not locked in. It's not locked in. Anthony Stoic of Poland has the best possible average of 284.
254! Anthony Stoic!
Anthony Stoic steals the win!
There's been an announcement on the World Cube Association
Brendyn
forum.
Dunagan and world champion Anthony Stoic were faced with the exact same disqualification.
So what I want you to do, like, for the first set of questions, like, that I'm gonna ask you, just pretend like none of the stuff happened, and then we'll talk. We can talk about it later.
Okay, so leading up to Worlds, I was just practicing a lot, but I wasn't too much like putting pressure on myself to achieve any sort of like result, because like I just wanted to have fun, because that's what I always want to do. And I feel like that's like the main takeaway from like majors, is that you have fun reconnecting with people that you haven't seen all year, and meeting new people. And then when I saw like everyone, like all the specifically like the Polish people that I know, like I was like, wow, this is really Worlds. Like,
I know what group we're on now. We're on group 5 of clock. This is Brendyn Dunagan's first solve.
A little bit before the first round, like my clock was feeling like uncontrollable. So I was like, just play it safe. Like I didn't really have an expectation. It's just like a survive sort of thing. So I just like did enough to get to semis, obviously, because I'm not trying to make stupid mistakes or anything.
Oh my. Oh, still flipping there.
So I got like a really bad like 4 average or something like that, but I got like a 2.2 single. So
no check at the back there. It looks like an easy, pretty quick solution.
It definitely like was like playing with my mind a little bit after the round, because I was just like, I can't be performing like that if I want to like podium or win or whatever. So yeah, I was just keeping on the low, just like there was potential in the average, so it didn't really like affect me that much. I didn't really have time to really think about anything before finals. So I just, warmed up as much as I could, which was just, in a nutshell, just turning my clock for like 5 minutes or so, and, warming up my hands, because I just didn't want to think about it a lot. When I went up, it was a surreal feeling, because
representing the United States, Brendyn Dunagan.
I was like, this is really happening. This is what I practiced for. And it's about to just unfold right in front of me. So yeah, it was, I didn't have much time to think about anything, but I used like the little time I had wisely to just, warm my hands up a little bit and just clear my mind. I know a lot of people don't like to look into the crowd because it makes them nervous, but I personally thrive under a crowd, I feel like, because when you can, scope out like familiar faces in the crowd, like you feel more at home. It doesn't feel like, a bunch of strangers are watching you. It's just like, oh, my friends are right there watching me. Like, I'm just, doing solves. Like, that's all it is.
Brendyn Dunagan. A lot of people saying he has the competitive experience to back up his skill.
So first solve, there was a 6 simul, but it was like a 2D move 6 simul, so it's not like anything worth going all out on. So I just I kind of safetied more than I usually do, and I got like a 248. So I was satisfied with that, and I figured that was like the fastest solve on the scramble based on like the crowd reaction. I was just like, okay, I'm off to like a good start. Like I didn't have to try that hard to do that. So that just set the tone for the rest of the average.
We have Brendyn Dunagan here. Is away and clear to start off. First solve 248.
And then the next scramble, definitely the worst scramble of the set by far. The best like first D move was like a 2-tick or something. But I was like, I didn't notice that because I was just absolutely out of it when I saw the scramble, because I was like, okay, do I do 7 simul flip or do I do 7 simul? So I memo both, And I'm just like, okay, I'm just not going to risk it. So I go out for like a 3-tick D move to start, which I never do, by the way. Last time I did that was NAC finals, like Sol 4. Was the last time I ever did that at home or in comp. So I just like, okay, I'll just go for it, I guess.
Brendyn underway now.
But then I'm just moving for the rest of the solve, and I get my best time, another 248. So I was just like, wow, okay, so I start with 2.4s. That's like well ahead of like my PR average. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty crazy. And then third solve was like pretty average scramble. Nothing to really see. There was like one skip. I was like 2.2 pace for the solve. And then AUF, I sort of like, I was like my fingers started shaking on AUF. So like that cost me like a whole half a second. I got like a 2.8. So I was just like, I wasn't, gonna cope about that in the moment because that's gonna, affect my mindset for the rest of the hours. But I was just like, okay, so 2.4 and 2.8 counting, guaranteed. So I'm like, okay, if I get like a 2.6, that's PR. And I don't know what I need for world champion because, I'm not allowed to look at WCA Live or know anything about that.
Here's Brendyn
Carter
inspecting
Thomas.
right now. He could lock this away right now.
Carter Thomas might as well be out of it. Can Brendyn lock himself into a win here?
Fourth solve was like another like mid scramble, and I was like, it was good turning, but I knew I had like messed up the back in some way, so I like immediately flipped after and just fixed whatever I messed up and got like a 3.9. And I was like, okay, that's good enough for like a 3.0 average. That's like definitely podium. But I had 2.4, 2.4, 2.8 stars, so I'm like, I might as well just go for the win. Like I'm not gonna just settle for a podium.
He's still got plenty of room for error. He looks locked in. Brendyn Dunagan, a 261 best possible average, 308 worst possible.
Brendyn Dunagan, cool, calm, and collected right now. This is the biggest moment of his cubing career right now.
Can he get a world title?
I'm ready.
So last solve, I'll do the scramble and just see how it goes. I just safetied really, really, really hard.
8 seconds.
Isn't it? 323! He's done it! Brendyn Dunagan is the world champion for clock!
Electric! It is the same story again. 286.
A lot of people hung up ones to me when I finished the solve because Anthony did not finish his fourth solve then. So like everyone thought I was like guaranteed. And then Anthony got like a 2.6 on solve 4.
Check it.
And then they're like, oh, not yet. And I was like, okay, so we'll just have to see. So I get off the stage. And like a lot of my friends are out there and like on like the corner. And I walk out and they're like, Anthony needs a 269 to win. So I don't know where Anthony even is.
You're still looking for Anthony's last solve. Crowd is electric.
Overhead is
Gonna
at
get
it. 254!
They like shifted over to him with a 2.5, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's a crazy upset because Anthony's PR is like 3.0 at the time, so I was like, wow, like 0.02 off world champ, like I'll take it, I mean, there's nothing to complain about. Like I did the best I could, so yeah, I thought my performance on those like scrambles were very good for me. I know the last solve could have been a lot better, but my heart rate was through the roof and like I couldn't calm down a lot, so I just did as much as I could. I'm glad I didn't completely flub because I would have been very disappointed, but yeah, I knew I'd locked podium, so I wasn't mad at anything. I was just like, okay, well, I got second at the world, so that's my whole thought process for the whole average.
I mean, I guess we could talk about what happened after the fact.
Yeah, someone told me like personally on DMs that my fourth or my fifth solve was a miss scramble, and at the time I'm not aware of how strict the regulation is. So I decide, okay, well I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this to myself. And then the same person also tells me that Anthony gets a miss scramble on his second solve, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I have to tell Anthony about this because, I'm not just going to have him not know. I'm just like, okay, I'll tell Anthony because, his second solve was also found to be a miss scramble. And, I sort of keep it on I don't upload the video because I'm not going to try to incriminate myself. And I'm like put in a position where if I report myself, I'd also be reporting Anthony and getting his world champion taken away from him. And I don't want to be the root cause of, I don't want to be the one to report that. And obviously, I'm not knowledgeable of like the regulation being a blunt DNS in any circumstance. I'm told that at a later time, and I'm just like, okay, so like I don't know what to do. I just stay quiet, and it's not like, I think we like talk about it with some other people a little bit more, and I'm just like, this is crazy. Like I came to a conclusion that both miss scrambles happened in the cover because like 13 clocks are offset by 1 tick, especially with 2 people checking the scrambles for each solve for everyone. That's like really hard to miss. Like that shouldn't, slide like that. Obviously, it wouldn't go under the radar. Like I was just at school and like I see like a screenshot that they actually changed the results. So I'm just like, wow, like that's ludicrous. Like how can you know? How can you just like take that away from someone, who works so hard for it? Just like, yeah, beyond, it's just beyond insane. I hope that this can be like a call to action to improve like the regulation behind this, because like it's definitely not okay that something like complete out of our responsibility is like, comes us to, affect our results. It's not his fault that his clock was misscrambled, and it didn't give him an advantage, and it didn't give me an advantage either. So like those facts are just, not taken into account at all, and it's just DNS. And it's just like, I feel like I practiced for only 4 solves, and it's just like, it doesn't affect my placement, but it affects me because like I worked hard to get 5 solves. That's the most like pressure I've had in a solve officially ever, and it was like basically for nothing. And for Anthony, it's just like, what was that clutch for? Like it just went for both of us. It went to nothing, and then Vladimir can't even enjoy being world champion because he doesn't get the like raw experience of truly winning, and it's just something that was retroactively changed. And then finding out that Anthony was denied to check scrambles, and I know of other people that were too, like Hassan Kanani was also denied to scramble check his square one finals average. Combining those facts together in the context that, Anthony lost his due to a misscramble, it's just like you can't enforce a reg as strict as that and then not like allow someone to scramble check. That's like absolutely not okay. And I didn't personally scramble check, but who knows if I were going to try to, if they would even allow me to. In a nutshell, like it's just not okay what happened, and it kind of ruins everyone on the podium's experience in some sort of way. And it's just like, this is what I practiced for, was like 4 solves, and it's just like, I don't know. It meant a lot to me that a lot of my family came. My parents unfortunately couldn't make it. I want to shout out like, the WCA like staff who are staffing at Worlds, and like the stream people specifically, because they put on a great stream for like my parents to watch me, which meant a lot. That meant a lot to me that my whole family could spend time together at Worlds and watch me do what I love doing. Yeah, it also meant a lot to me that my grandpa could be there for Worlds because he passed away a month after. Yeah, I'm glad that I was able to put on like a show for him and, get 2 podiums because that's what he would have wanted me to do. And he was very proud. He was very proud of me. He was always been proud of me for my whole, life, basically. He was the proudest person I knew for my brother, me, and my cousin were like his, 3 grandchildren. So he was very proud of all of us 3 for whatever, we strive to do with our lives. So yeah, I'm glad that I, put on a good performance for him. Because I would have never expected him to pass away a month after. It was exactly a month after my clock finals average. So yeah, I'm just glad that it meant a lot to me that my whole family could have a trip with him. Before he passed away. So yeah, it meant a lot that it was Worlds. It meant a lot to me that it was Worlds. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been a lot emotionally because like yeah, he meant a lot to me. And he was like the first person that really believed in me for cubing. And yeah, I'm just very grateful that my whole family, my friends, and the staff at Worlds for, doing their best to put on a great comp and a great and fun comp for everyone. And yeah, yeah.